This is how I made Thor's hammer using a bubbly box, a Minecraft pickaxe, and a 3D printer. This is what it looked like before I started 3D printing parts for it. Now let's get into the video, shall we? Now right here I'm grabbing the pieces off. They got a little bit messed up, so I'm gonna have to fix that. This is when I started cleaning up the 3D prints. The top got a little bit messed up, so I'm gonna have to clean that. It's gonna take a little while. I also kept dropping my camera, but this is what it looked like. I kept having to pull the hairs off one by one. It took a little while. Now I've begun sliding the plate onto the handle to give it support and safety. Now it does get a little bit squeaky, and it did take a lot of extra effort to get it in, but it eventually came together. This is what the two plates looked like when they were put together. This other plate had all the strings on it and was the top plate and it was messed up. I cleaned it up and had to sand it down a little bit to get it to fit better, but I'm sure it'll apply to the hammer a lot better now. Now I'm gonna have to go grab some tape. Got the tape. Now it's time to start conjoining them together. Now in this clip, I began conjoining them together. I had to speed it up a lot because it took me like 10 minutes to conjoin them, but they finally fit together right, and I began taping them in a crisscross pattern, like how you hold down cargo boxes using straps. This process took a little while because the plates kept falling off, and I had to keep putting them back on multiple times. And the camera kept falling over, but luckily for you, I've cut that all out, because time lapses are awesome. And this project took me a very long time to work on. I got this idea when I saw the bubbly box sitting on the counter, and I just got the Minecraft hammer, so I thought, hey, what if I put it together? It'll kind of look like Thor's hammer. I think that's going to be pretty cool. I put it in there and taped it up a little bit, and it looked a lot better. Oh, now the camera's falling. Okay, just bear with me with this. But I decided that if I 3D printed some supports for it, it would end up looking a lot better. And I needed some YouTube content, so I just filmed it, and I got this video idea. Guys, it's crazy warped. I gotta fix this. Gotta get the trusty hammer. Whoops, got a little stuck right there. Okay, all ready to go now. And this is me hitting it with the hammer very poorly. I actually did hit it with the hammer when I wasn't filming, and it was a lot better. But I just gave you this little tap to get an idea. That's a bit better, I guess. Oh well, it's gonna have to work. I'm gonna fuse it together on this side. And this is when I started taping it together for the final time. This part of the video was supposed to be both of the head faces, and they're supposed to come out right. My 3D printer messed up, and I only got one, while the other one was all butchered up. The camera fell again in this shot, and another time after, but time-lapse magic. So, I'm just wrapping up and getting all the pieces down and secured. I used a lot of tape on this project. I probably could have done this a little bit better, but it came out very strong. Alright. I think I'm done now. I'm really proud of how this worked overall, but now it's time for one last test. It's time for a smash test. That worked shockingly well. Overall, I'd say I rate this maybe like an 8 out of 10, just because it's not quite polished yet. And there's a few things that could be improved. It could look a little bit better, it could work a little bit better, it could be sized a little bit better. Lots of stuff I can improve upon. And I'll be doing that in part 2. So, subscribe. Seriously though, subscribe. It would mean a lot to me, and you'll be able to see other projects that I'm going to be working on in the future. So subscribe.